Right, now then. So, look at that. That's looking nice now to me. Is it all these blues and reds and browns and everything? The blues is mixed, well, glazed over the yellow and turned that into greens. So all these colours, variations of colours now, there's loads of different slight variations of colour in there, so it's making it look interesting. And with the blues and the reds and the browns, it's looking like pretty. It's a pretty looking painting, but it does look a little bit mental. So what I'm going to do now is bring in some secondary colours now. So I've mixed like a creamy green colour up. So I've got yellow ochre, ultramarine blue, and I've mixed tiny bits of light red and burnt umber into it. Like I say, that's all that's in my palette. And I've come up with like a creamy sort of green. I've got some neat yellow, might use a bit of that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come into these trees here and just build that area up a bit. So, in fact, let's start with a little bit of that neat yellow. In fact, that neat yellow is not quite neat yellow now because my brush was slightly dotty. So I need to make sure I wash my brush properly. Right, I'm going to come into there. See if we can get a bit more realism into this then. Into there like that. It's looking nice. Into there. Into there. Tell you what, let's go all the way up here. Work into this as well. So that is just a neat yellow. Now looking at it, it don't look like neat yellow. That's because it's glazed on top of these other colours. So it's turning green anyway. But now I'm going to add a secondary colour in. Not even going to bother washing my brush. I just go straight into it. That's that creamy green colour what I've made. So I'll go wet into that now. And them two colours can blend together, you see. See how they blend in. I might leave some odd little gaps for the original colours to show through as well. They will show through as well anyway, because this is a glaze. These are transparent glazes, so you're going to see the other stuff underneath. Just sipping at my coffee. Right, so let's have a look at that. Right, that's not looking bad, is it? There's a little dark bush in there actually. I might put that in a bit. Right, so if I see, because I'm now into secondary colours, can you see how that's now looking a little bit more realistic? It's pulling it a little bit closer, what I want to do, because it's got to come forward to look closer than that hill. So I don't want to get too close, because this stuff here is closer. But I do want it at the minute. It didn't really look much closer than that hill. And let me just sit back and have a look. Yeah, that's better. Right, now I'm looking now. I think what I'm going to need to do is mix a darker colour now. So I've got, let's, to that colour, what I've already got, I'm adding a tiny touch of burnt umber and a bit more ultramarine blue. Let's see what that looks like. We're getting there, we're getting there. Let's try that. It's a tiny touch of burnt umber I've added to it. Quite a bit of ultramarine blue. It's looking a little bit bright maybe. Let's have a look at that. Leaving odd little gaps and that in it. Something like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's add. Not going to wash my brush, but I'm just going to go straight into some just blue with that brush. And just mix a few bits of that in. A bit of mixing on my paper now. Right, then let's go into a bit of burnt umber we're still without washing my brush. Mix a bit of that in as well. So it's all mixing on my palette, on my paper I mean. Mix a bit of that in. Oh, I was going to say light red, but you know what, I might leave the light red. It's a bit of a warm colour for that distance away. Right, let's wash my brush now, rinse my brush out. I think what I want to do now is just soften these colours into each other, and then I'm going to sit back and have a look. I've got a feeling I might have gone a bit too strong with my colour and brought it too close, but maybe I have, maybe I haven't, I don't know. We'll find out in a bit. I'll have to sit back and have a look. I think it might be alright, I'll soon find out. And there's a dark bush there, what might pop in a minute. So that I'm going to go around them little tree trunks there. I don't want to totally lose this underpainting, you see, because I really like this underpainting. But these just needed pulling in closer to get closer than that. Right, there's a little... What we got? Yeah, it's there. There's a little really dark bit. I'm going to put it in now. So I'll get some Burnt Umber and Ultramarine mixed and just pop this in. It's about there, like that. It just sort of something like that, and it blends into all this as well, to the bottom of that tree there. That's it, and in this back bit here. I'll just leave that at that for now. I just wanted to get that bush in there while I remembered. Let's let that dry and then come back and have a look, see if I need to do elsewhere. I need to sit back and have a look and see if that's working. If that's not working, I'll go to some sort of plan B. That's how I do it, a little bit at a time. No panicking. Jobs are good.